Hello guys, Omni here. It's that time of the week to pick back up with Doctor Who as we dive into the last episode before the two-part season finale. Last week's episode, I really enjoyed. I like how we kind of built out our characters a little bit more, seeing some of their inner fears, some of their problems, issues, things that have happened to them before that have got them to where they are currently. It didn't expand that much, but it gave us a little bit more than what we've got up to this point. I like how we also got a little bit of the universe expansion with the two deities, the interdimensional beings that were kind of at play and using us in their kind of our little pawns in their little game, so to speak, before we got that. Again, another quick resolution, but I like how it all came together overall. That being said, I know the mental health aspect on it. I know a lot of people kind of got a little in arms about some of the things that happened. BBC had to issue a clarification towards one of the interactions. So if you haven't heard of that, we won't go into it too much. But I'm really looking forward to see what this episode goes. From what I understand, it's supposed to lead into the two-parter. So maybe it will be a little more of a straight connection in this as we go into it. But anyway, that's it. We're going to go ahead and get prepped, get ready. And here we go. Lake Geneva, 1816.
There is nothing to be afraid of.
The haunting of Villa Diodati.
Nothing? Weird. Might need a blow dry.
Can we please just come in before we drown to death? Please.
And Mary, Wollstonecraft Godwin, soon to be Shelley, screamed in your face. Quality historical experience, that gold. On the night that inspired Frankenstein. Witness some of the most enlightened minds of a generation.
What would you all care to drink?
So this is supposed to be the night that inspires Frankenstein itself.
Something's wrong here. This night, June 1816, Byron challenges Mary Polidori and Percy Shelley to come up with a ghost story. Spot the difference.
And there's no Shelley.
Bingo. They're a man down. Why?
I feel like they've forgotten that the TARDIS psychically translates languages, because it hasn't happened in a while. Ooh. Yeah, that's fine. What? Oh no. He trapped.
I'm intensely flattered you're familiar with my work, Mrs. Doctor.
Just Doctor. It's fine.
Mrs. Doctor.
Quite into Shelley's stuff too. He about.
Indisposed, I'm afraid.
Paid Dr. Polidori no heed. He's bad-tempered because he does not sleep. He walks at night. A terrible affliction.
But I'm getting this really weird vibe off your house. I don't want to worry you. But I'm sensing that it's sort of unrelentingly evil.
Oh, there's a little creepy spider hand.
Whatever is that?
I think it's up.
Great shot!
Very well. I may have a skeleton in my chamber.
Me and you need to take a squiz at your skeleton.
A 15th century soldier from the Battle of Murat. Both hands gone.
Great. There's another on the loose.
When the weather turned, Shelley began having visions. He's prone to them. An apparition of a figure floating above the lake. You can ask him more questions when we get to the chalet.
Did we just go down to the top?
This vibe you mentioned, is it still there?
Yeah, I can't. It's like it won't let me think. I need to get out of this house.
But it's not letting them leave the house. Maybe that's why they're not.
7?
Mrs. Doctor said that
Their minds aren't letting them like compete, work, think,
against
create.
us. My son, William. I must get to him.
Yeah. The hell was that?
Can you hear me?
Oh! That's some sleepwalking, I guess.
Is anyone else trapped?
Yeah. I think I'm seeing dead people. I totally saw a ghost.
We're stuck on the stairs! Please! How do we move upwards?
How can I hear your voice, Doc?
I'm using the fireplace chimney.
I've lost him.
You had one job.
It made more challenging by his ability to walk through walls.
Through?
We just turned sort of zombie and went into one.
Mrs. Doctor! Religious doctor is fine.
Be gone, demon!
He's hiding behind her. Oh my god.
Pulse. Check. Breathing. Check. It's like dreaming. Only we aren't. And he is. So he can't see. The illusion. We're surrounded. Immersed.
It's an illusion.
It's sort of like a perception filter. We're only experiencing what it wants us to. I can feel it. Our minds are being deceived. Here is the door, hidden from our eyes. We just have to tell ourselves that we can walk through the door we know is right there. We can move inside, but not out. Dead things don't act dead. People vanish. I think we're caught in a security system. It's turned the house into a sort of giant panic room. What if something came here that wasn't supposed to and caused a major disturbance? Like what? That? I don't know.
It's sort of just floating around.
It's a traveler, moving through time.
Oh no, it's that's a Frankenstein, of course.
That is a lone Cyberman.
It's a bulky boy too.
Beware of the lone Cyberman. Don't let it have what it wants. He's different. Unfinished. Whatever he came for is hidden here.
You can see his face through the broken mask.
Where are you going? You're not leaving us. I have to find out what he's looking for.
Giving it a little kissy face there too.
Be afraid, little one. You will be like us.
Interesting look. What happened? They get bored halfway through or something?
I am complete enough to serve my purpose.
Bit embarrassing. Time hop took a lot of juice.
You irritate me.
How very human. No inhibitor yet.
I do not need to be stabilized.
Okay. Oh, recharging, not good.
Good job.
You are not the Guardian. The Cyberium has selected another as host.
What's a Cyberium?
I'll find it and remove it.
No, I vote we split up and continue the search. You go this way, and I'll go. Doctor, you're here. Come on, then. Oh, William.
Mr. O'Brien needs you in the cellar at once. We found Shelley.
You moved him. Is it you? Changing the house?
Some, but not all. It has its own will. Like Quicksilver. I fished it out to study it more closely. But then, I returned. Hello! I was changed. No one could see me.
Very clever. Someone took it from the Cybermen, sent it back through time here in an attempt to change the future. In an attempt to protect it from that. I've just been inside his brain. There's a supercomputer fused to his cerebral cortex.
She's not gonna listen to
He's the only one
Jack.
who knows how to get that out. Don't let the Cyberman have what it wants. I know.
Shelley's only one life against all those others.
His thoughts, his words, inspire and influence thousands for centuries. If he dies now, the future will not be the world you know. The world you came from, the world you were created in, won't exist, so neither will you. Sometimes, even I can't win.
That fire, man. That fire.
Release what you hold.
I see the man who spared my son. Were you a father before?
And I did have children. I slit their throats when I joined the resistance.
So very sorry. What are you doing to him? Siberian. It's leaving his body. And it chooses me. Interesting. This world doesn't end in 1816. It can't.
It will.
He's bluffing. Can't be sure. I can't risk this planet. I can't win. What are you doing? Giving it what it wants.
That is that was pretty nuts. It definitely picked up, and yeah, it's running right into what we thought. It was a setup. It definitely did set us on the course for the two-parter. Oh, I can't think of a way out of that situation. I mean, they have not just maybe found a way to kill that Cyberman. I mean, he was pretty exposed. He had they had a gun somewhere in that house. He didn't have any plating right there. Just shot up right into the brain. Maybe they'll turn him off for a little bit. I don't know. I feel like that's not the Doctor style, but it's like somebody else probably could have at least attempted it. So, what did you think? I honestly, I really liked the episode. It definitely took a full turn towards the end of it. The last half when the Cybermen came into play. I didn't really expect that to come into it, but it really fits in with the Frankenstein aspect of this. Because that's really kind of what they are, is a Frankenstein's monster of a human being that they've been turned into. And I like the Doctor kind of in very much a kind of a speech that we've heard before in a kind of way with Capaldi, Smith, Tennant, everyone so far. It was like the weight of the responsibility that comes on knowing the future, knowing what's going to happen and making those decisions for what you can change, what you can't, what you got to sacrifice. And I don't know with Jack's warning, I don't know if there was a way around it. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. Maybe Jack wasn't thinking about or really cared about, what effects the lone Cybermen could have. For what they needed to do to keep it from getting what it wants. I don't know if Jack would have been, Jack probably would have been okay making that sacrifice for, losing Mary Shelley and all that influence and all that kind of stuff down for the future just by sacrificing that play, just as in the long run. And maybe in the long run, that would have been the better thing to do. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this all plans out. It looks like we got a full-on war in the next episode going together as the Cybermen start to collect and gather and multiply. But would he have just wiped out all of time if he didn't get it? In that time period, just completely destroyed Earth. At that point, halted the human race right then and there. But then would he have not just unmade himself at that point too? Don't know. Yeah, I liked it. I'm curious how the the woman and the child or whatever, the other apparitions that Graham kept seeing, what they kind of played into it, because that was the one question we didn't really get answered in this. And like I said, the way it was the archive thing was just kind of like controlling the house, protecting him from that. Why did it choose him over going into an actual Cyberman? It was because he wasn't completely turned over, but what does that mean? I don't know. I don't understand why the Cybertarium chose the human over the Cyberman. What was the point of that? What was the benefit to that? I don't know. Weird, strange, but I don't care. It was an awesome episode. I like the suit. I like the look of this Cyberman, like the half converted look, the exposed armor, the human hand that is still there, the gray death of the skin, the rotted teeth, everything about it, the horrors of the Cyberman, what is beneath the armor. And I mean, he looks messed up as far as the armor goes too. It's not like pristine armor. It's battle torn too. Or rusted or something. And even with the preview we got of next week's episode, even the newer ones, the fully armored ones, still look really dirtied and roughed up. So I'm curious to see what that comes up about. Is it because he's converting them? Is it because does he actually have an army with him? Or is it just him? Is he his ship? Is he just the only one piloting that ship? I don't know. I've got some questions. It's not all that clear, but I like it. I like the intensity of the Doctor in this episode when, things start getting high stakes and, she is cracking under this kind of pressure with the types of decisions that she can't make lightly, and just the companions don't understand that. But I don't know. There is no plan right now. There is no concept of a plan at this point. So they are really going to be shooting it from the hip to resolve this. And we got a 2-parter to close off the season. The season is going to close out with these last 2 episodes, the Lone Cybermen and the Timeless Children. So we'll be getting some of our answers here in the next 2 weeks, and I will be here to cover them. So what did you guys think of this episode? What did you think of the Cybermen? What did you think of the house? What do you think of the concepts, ideas, structure of this episode? Leave all those thoughts down in the comments below. I'd love to have that conversation with you guys after the video. And if any of your theories, anything at all that you got going on, throw those down there as well. We'll talk about that. But if you liked the video, guys, support the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing, and I'll catch you all next week as the start of the 2-part finale begins. So thank you all for tuning in and supporting the channel, and I'll catch you guys next week. Take care, everybody.